countries have managed to do something which is really hard, which is to have restrictions on non-essential travel in place while essential travel continues.
That's the check stop that I'm going to be going through shortly. I bet there's no lineup. Yeah, correct. Because nobody's going through the border. There's quite the lineup for trucks. Extra virus. I have to apologize for the audio in the video coming across the border and the check stop. It was going through the Bluetooth system in the van, so it's recording from the mirror. It's a delay, a really bad delay, so just don't look at my lips. Not windy.
Hi there.
Hi, how are you?
Good, and yourself?
Pretty good.
And where do you live?
Coots.
And how long are you out for?
About an hour.
Where'd you go?
Sweetgrass.
What'd you do down there?
Pick up some medical supplies.
Okay.
So I had the essential travel thing from my doctor. Do you want to look at it?
Yeah. So you went down to pick up medical supplies for
Yes.
yourself?
Right.
All right. What's the total value of them? It's okay, I don't touch.
Over $1,000 US.
Okay.
But they're exempt from GST.
Mm-hmm. Any alcohol, tobacco with you at all?
No.
Firearms, weapons, ammunition?
No.
Cannabis or products derived from cannabis?
No.
Currency over 10,000?
No, ma'am.
And any repairs or alterations done to the vehicle described? Are you fever, cough, shortness of breath, or difficulty breathing today?
No.
So you understand that though you went down for an essential reason, you still have to quarantine under the Quarantine Act. So it got you into the States.
Right.
This doesn't exempt you from your 14-day quarantine period.
It doesn't, eh? Okay.
No. So with that being said, under Section 58 of the Quarantine Act, you're being served today with a 14-day mandatory quarantine order. I need an address for where you'll be staying for the next 14 days.
My home address?
Yeah.
The physical address?
Yeah.
Northwest of 14.
Yep.
West of the 4th.
And it's no...
Totally forgot to ask her, what if I have to attend a Black Lives Matter protest?
Back, and there's an information about the quarantine on the next one, okay?
Okay.
You guys safe now?
Thank you. Okay, so under the Quarantine Act, I will be... No, I have to stay home because I went 20 yards south of Canada for an hour. I did have a Corona though. Hello?
Why not?
I can roll down my window.
Yeah, can you roll it down?
Well, the mosquitoes are going to get in.
Okay, well, we have a bunch of questions we need to ask you. We have paperwork we need to do.
Okay. Well, can we talk from here? I'll roll it down.
Okay.
Don't get too close.
Yeah, no problem. Where are you coming from today?
Coots. I went to Sweetgrass to pick up some parcels.
Okay.
I have a, do you want to see, I have a essential travel note from my doctor, and I picked up some
Okay, you went down and picked up medical supplies?
Yeah, I was down there for about a half hour.
Okay,
Hour.
perfect. I'll give you that. I'm just going to write down your license plate, but then we'll get you through real quick here, okay?
Okay. License plate. Oh. It's expired. My plates are expired.
Hi there.
Hi.
How you doing?
Okay. How are you?
Good, thank you. Do you need a form?
What's
He's
your
from
hat
here, so
say?
you just had to book her down there to go pick up some medical supplies.
That's official.
I know, right? It's fluorescent, so it's safe.
Okay.
Let me quickly take your temperature here. Perfect, thank you.
Can you take my dogs?
I would love to take your dog. She loves dogs. Out of my job. Hello.
He's Trooper.
Are you Trooper? Oh, you're very warm.
Yeah, he's
35.4. May I pet him?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, he's a therapy dog, so he goes to the hospital. He used to go to the hospitals and make people feel better.
You make me feel better. Okay. I will keep you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, no test then.
No,
Great.
no. We just ask a couple questions and then that's it. If you do need a test, then we'll get you to go to checkpoint 2 and they'll get 811 set up for you and the nurse will actually come to your home and do the mouth swab.
So if I had a temperature or something like that?
If you had a temperature, we would send you to checkpoint 2 and we would get you set up with a nurse for swab.
Good, because I was prepared to refuse a test.
Oh.
I didn't want to get the thing in my nose because I get
no, we don't
nosebleeds.
do nose ones anymore. It's just a quick mouth swab now.
Oh yeah.
That way you're not getting traumatized with your poor nose and leaving with a buzz and everything else. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a simple little mouth swab now.
Okay.
Okay, well, have a good day, okay?
Yeah, you too. Thanks.
You.
Bye. So those girls were very nice. She was wearing a hat that said quack. A paramedic quack. So anyways, last night I was freaking out. I was thinking they're gonna force a test on me and put an app on my phone and all this stuff. And so at the Canada Customs, I gave them my home number. They will be phoning that to make sure I'm there. But it's like, you don't have to stay in your house. I gave her my home quarter. It says that the government of Canada has put in place emergency measures to slow the introduction and spread of COVID-19 in Canada. If they wanted to slow the introduction, they should have done it in January when they knew about it. They knew about it in January. I was reading this. So you must quarantine for 14 days and monitor yourself for the symptoms subject to minimizing the risk of exposure to COVID-19 in Canada order. Your compliance with this order is subject to monitoring, verification, and enforcement. That means they will be phoning me. They can come to my house. I had a friend that came back from Billings, Montana, and she was down there for a few days. And they phoned her 6 times. They never came to her house, but they were phoning, and they asked what their sleeping arrangements were, and you know, they're really, really concerned about our safety. Those in violation may face detention in a quarantine facility. Wow. Really? So if they catch me, if I take my van to the dump and the RCMP pull me over, they could send me to a quarantine facility even though I'm not sick. And there's probably sick people at this quarantine facility, or they are purposely spreading this virus, as well as fines and or imprisonment. So yeah, you'll get a fine. Probably most likely you get a fine, and if you don't pay it, you'll have to go to court, imprisonment. But anyways, all these other things here, go directly to your place of quarantine without delay and stay there for 14 days from the date you arrived in Canada. Okay. When I was at the second station, the girls, luckily the DOT guys weren't there, because they have deputized the DOT, which are the weigh scale guys, and they gave them guns. They're carrying sidearms now. They're wearing Smokey the Bear hats. Agency around, like they give out $500 tickets if you don't have washer fluid in your vehicle, and they're just they really like to push their authority around, and now they have guns, and now they can actually come to my house and check out. So when I gave her my land location, I didn't give her the right one. It wasn't even a real land location. Like the northwest of 14, west of the 4th meridian. That's pretty vague. Yeah. So yeah, I didn't give her the township or the township number. Okay. So do not quarantine in a place where you have contact with vulnerable individuals. Like, a lot of people don't have a choice. Ensure you have suitable place of quarantine that has necessities of life. Well, you have to go there immediately. What are you going to do if you don't have groceries? Ensure you wear appropriate mask or facial covering, especially while in transit. What? Especially while in transit. So when I'm driving? Well, I didn't. I also had notes saying that I don't have to wear one because of hypoxia. I'm susceptible to hypoxia. So is everybody else in the world. You shouldn't breathe in your moist carbon dioxide, bacteria, and then if you take that mask off and it sits, the bacteria will build up. Practice physical distance at all times. Use private transportation, such as a private vehicle, if possible. Do not make any stops on your way to place of quarantine. Avoid. Well, I did. I had to stop at the second station. Avoid contact with others. So when the girl came out, or came to me, and I was pretending I was afraid. I didn't want to roll down the window and stuff, and I hope the wind isn't too bad here. I should go inside maybe. Okay, one more thing. I always thought it was weird that communist countries like East Germany and Russia, North Korea, China wouldn't let people leave their country. Like, I thought, what? So you're captive in your own country. You can't leave your country? Well, we have it now.
Hello, bonjour. I'm a screening officer from the Government of Canada calling to monitor compliance with the mandatory quarantine. I'm sorry I was unable to reach you today. We ask that you please answer the next call from this number. Thank you.
What?